I feel like I talk too much about Superman and Batman. You think that's changing anytime soon? When it comes to the icons that are Batman and Superman, the question that often comes up is who would win in a fight. When people ask for stories involving the pair, it's usually stories of them at opposite ends, 1986, or the publication of Frank Miller's historic miniseries, The Dark Knight Returns. With its revamping of the two heroes' relationship since then, things have been a little strained to say the least between the two heroes. Miller presents an older Batman going up against Superman in the final act, as one is continuing illegal vigilante work while the other is now a lapdog to the president. Another notable example is Batman Hush, which includes a notable scene of the pair fighting while Superman is under control of Poison Ivy. Even on a cinematic level, the first time the two met on the big screen, excluding animated outings, was in a film explicitly titled Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice. It seems that our fascination with these two heroes when together is that of conflict. However, this raises the question, have they always been at each other's throats? While they had previously appeared in the same issue in 1941's All-Star Comics number 7, Batman and Superman first met face-to-face in 1952's Superman number 76. Despite the cover depicting Batman and Superman almost fighting over who gets to save Lois Lane from an oncoming train, the two become fast friends in the 12-page story contained within. The closest to an argument the pair engage in is one partly planned by the two and somewhat encouraged by Lois. The story opens with a text box addressing this monumental issue. Quote, Superman, might man of steel, whose superpowers have conquered catastrophes and wrecked wrongdoers. Batman, hooded foe of crime, whose flashing feats have crushed crooks for years. Are any two names in the world more famous than these? Yet these two mighty champions of the right have never met until now. Yes, at long last, Superman and Batman meet face to face on a voyage of peril, as strange and startling at the oncoming when two legendary figures form the mightiest team in the world. I apologize for that rendition. The issue follows Batman and Superman as they both independently book spots on a cruise in their civilian identities. Due to overbooking, Bruce and Clark end up being bunkmates, and both start to worry about the other finding out their secret identity. When a fire breaks out on the docks, the lights go out and they both change, but as the lights come back in through the window, their identities are discovered. They work together to stop those that started the fire, and while they get away, it's discovered that a diamond has been stolen. It's believed that the criminal is on board the ship as one of the passengers. Batman and Superman decide to continue their cruise as their secret identities. Problem is that now Lois Lane has decided to tag along in hopes of getting a scoop from both Batman and Superman. The pair come up with different tricks and tactics to hide their switching places, pretending Clark is seasick and in bed, using portholes to sneak back in. Even Superman flying Batman back to Gotham overnight so no one would notice that Batman and Bruce Wayne were not out of town at the same time once the heroes have supposedly left the ship. Hang on, what was Bruce's plan before Superman flew him back? The pair show a high level of respect and admiration for each other. Their level of trust and camaraderie feels natural. Even the final takedown of the crooks, a sort of Superman-Batman fastball special a la Wolverine and Colossus, shows an incredible level of confidence and skill. While the pair do team up every now and then, there is always this notion that one doesn't always trust the other, that it's easy for them to bicker or even be on opposing sides. Looking back at their first team up, it is an incredibly refreshing experience. The thrill of seeing the two side by side when the issue originally came out must have been a dream come true for readers at the time. While we see them together often now, the spirit of this first meeting seems to have been forgotten. Yeah, kind of a short one today. I have a couple scripts in mind, and there's two that I started writing. There's one that is finished, that is sort of an old article that I wanted to revamp because I thought people would be interested in it. But it's been such a busy week that this is like the most I can get out right now. I might focus on doing these quick little one-takes of one-off issues or stories as often as I can, and then bigger videos every now and then. which would obviously take longer to do, but work is a pain right now. I love it, but work's a bit of a pain. As usual, there should be some recommendations on screen. In the description, I have some citations, because I actually did quote a few people in this. I was just terrible at remembering who I quoted. Sorry. Cite your sources. Don't pull a game theory.